This is Tom Grassi, and this is 30 and 30, and you're watching Illogical Canadian.
Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis Canadien Énergique. Welcome back to another week in review. We're on week 14, and I'm recording this right after Bengals Cowboys. And oh my fucking god. That game pretty much summarized this entire fucking week. Bullshit. Literal bullshit. Oh my fucking god. Look at we got a lot to talk about. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're just gonna get right into it. A battle in the NFC North. Just what the football gods had planned all along. Just pure bloodbath bullshit. And it was perfect. Perfect. Down to the last minute detail. It was perfect. Both teams put a fucking clinic that night. Jordan Love played great. Jared Goff played great. Everyone did their parts beautifully well. Like, this was just a great game. Really. Both teams deserve all the praise in the world for this. This was a fun game. Detroit came out and won because a team had to win in this case. But Detroit, little did you know, that win came with a nice little gift basket for you. Congratulations, Detroit. You're in. Detroit, what a year it's been for you. You're now 12 and 1. You are in the playoffs. This is probably the most legitimate Detroit team that we've seen in a very, very long time. When was the last time we've seen a Detroit team like this? Like, this is the Detroit team that is built differently. A Detroit team that should be respected very well. This is not an easy team to beat. Not at all. But Detroit, you got a very good test next week. You got Buffalo. Good luck, man. Congratulations on the playoffs. I think every football fan right now watching this video, it doesn't matter what fan base you are, I think every single person can agree. MetLife Stadium's turf fucking sucks. Every aspect of it. Anyone that plays on MetLife Stadium turf is scientifically proven to play a shittier game and have a shittier performance no matter which side you're on. Even if you're the home team or not, you are bound to play like shit and on the off occasion get hurt. In this case, Derek Carr was the unfortunate recipient of this. He had a significant fracture in his hand, in his non throwing hand, I should say, and his season is pretty much over. This Saints team cannot catch a break. They won the game, but it cost them their quarterback. Safe to say that the MetLife curse continues on as it claims yet another soul. I fucking hate MetLife Stadium, man. Like they need to change it so bad. So the Steelers were coming into this game just without George Pickens. He was ruled out on the day after being a late addition to the injury report. So they kind of have to scramble a little bit. In this case, Pittsburgh seemed to fare just fine. Their defense was rolling as usual as they, took care of business against the fucking Browns. Now, despite Jameis Winston not having a somewhat decent game and Nick Chubb looking like he's getting back to form, albeit slowly but surely, The Browns just could not get by the Steelers. Like every single thing that the Steelers done, the Browns tried to do but failed. They only managed to succeed a couple times, but then again, a couple times is a lot worse than most of the time. In this Cleveland, sorry to say, but this is the end of the road for you.
Get the fuck out of here!
You call yourselves a fucking football team. I call you guys a literal fucking embarrassment to the NFL. Like, why are you even trying anymore? You, oi, why do you suck now? Look, I could say this rendition of the Cleveland Browns has always sucked, but that'll be too easy. Instead, this new era, I guess, of the Cleveland Browns sucked because of one thing: getting Deshaun Watson. This is the price you have to pay for bringing Deshaun Watson onto your fucking team. You don't like it? Too fucking bad. Because guess what? You're getting it. You've had him now 3 years, and you've made the playoffs 0 times with him. Absolute fucking zero. Jameis Winston couldn't even save your fucking season. And honestly, your season being dead to rights was the best thing that could have happened for you. But will anyone miss you? The answer for that is absolutely the fuck not. You poor fucking souls. You deserve so much better, but you keep memeing yourself to death. So no, you fucking don't. Sam Darnold, I apologize. I was not familiar with your fucking game. God damn, son, I did not realize you could play football on an elite level. You remember all those fucking times that everyone mocked Sam Darnold for being a bust pick with the Jets, seeing ghosts, the mono thing? It seemed like over time, like after he left the Jets, he came back for the 49ers, he quietly honed his craft. And then, like the opportunity rises itself because of an unfortunate injury to JJ McCarthy. And Sam Darnold, I feel like, has fucking ran with this opportunity. So who was Minnesota's last quarterback? Oh, that's right. It was Kirk Cousins, who came back to Minnesota and sucked ass. Despite having over 300 passing yards, he still had yet another multi-interception game. Minnesota, I'm just going to be frank with you. You guys dodged a fucking bullet. You guys dodged the bullet by letting Kirk Cousins walk. Because, my God, you guys are so much better without him. And Jordan Addison, let me tell you something. There's a lot of hope for that kid. This may be his second season. He has really broken out this year. I cannot wait to see what that kid does along with Justin Jefferson in tandem. Those two seem to be a fucking powerhouse bred in Minnesota. There's really nothing they need to do other than maybe getting a running back that's not Aaron Jones, but they'll be fine in the most part because Minnesota, we were not familiar with your fucking game. Here lies the Las Vegas Raiders, a team that tried to find their fucking mojo from the get-go, only to fucking fall flat on their faces. The last time we saw this team, it was in the ultimate shit show where they got clowned for having their season end because of a fucked up snap. This season, this time around, we see them getting their asses whipped at the hands of Tampa Bay. And another unfortunate injury to fucking O'Connell. Jesus Christ. Are we really going to keep doing this with injuries today? Seems to be a fucking recurring theme, and I don't know how I like it. Well, Raiders, I really can't defend you here. You tried, but you just fell flat. That game against Kansas City really just broke you. At this point, you're just playing for pride. There's really nothing that you can do to save your season because your season's already fucking moot. Tampa Bay, congratulations. You beat a broken down franchise. And because Atlanta lost, you reclaimed the top of the NFC South for now. This is going to be a very interesting race. but we're here for the ride. Oh boy. So the Carolina Panthers realistically are dead. How they are not eliminated yet is beyond me. They would have been eliminated here if Atlanta had won, but they didn't, so they are saved for at least another week. But that save comes at a cost. You know that running back you drafted in the NFL draft this past year, Jonathan Brooks, the guy who we waited for months to see play because he tore his ACL back in college. I got some unfortunate news. He re-tore it, and he's done for the year. I feel so fucking bad for him. It's not even funny. Philadelphia may have won the game, but it just doesn't seem fair to Carolina. I wish Jonathan Brooks all the best in recovery. Because look at everyone knew Philadelphia was gonna win this game, but it's just unfortunate that Brooks had to go down like that. But Philadelphia, as unfortunate this win may have been due to the circumstances, there is still a prize that you do have to claim. Yes, Eagles, you have done it. And you are actually not been collapsing, which is very surprising considering you guys have about 4 or 5 losses by now. But yet you guys managed to keep holding on. And it feels like a different Eagles team this year. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I like how competitive this team has been. It just seems refreshing. You know, like it's a refreshing change from the normal Philadelphia Eagles that we normally used to. Maybe this is a new chapter for the Eagles. Only time will tell, but they fucking made it here, man. They fucking made it and they deserve to be here. They played great all season. And it proves that the addition of Saquon Barkley to their team was a resounding success. Now, can they have additional success in the playoffs? Only time will tell. But for now, enjoy the moment. You deserve it. Listen, did anybody even really care about this game? No one cared about this game at all. Yeah, because both teams sucked ass, right? So your guys are just cool if I just kind of glaze over it. You are cool. This game sucked. Both teams fucking sucked. There's really nothing of note to say other than Jacksonville. If you got eliminated, you are bound to bring Tennessee with you.
Get the fuck out of here!
Just a pathetic year by a pathetic franchise. Like, there's really nothing that needs to be said here. The Titans just had everything wrong happen. There was nothing they could do to save this season. It was doomed from the start. Everything went wrong in every conceivable way possible, and it just overall just did not bode well for anybody. This was a lost cause year, and realistically speaking, it's good that the season's finally over. The pain is done. You can now take a rest. All you have to do is just sit back, relax, and watch the NFL fucking implode on itself. Take the break, boys. We'll see you next season. An unexpected shootout. Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't think anyone here expected a fucking shootout between these two teams, but somehow it was actually relaxing. It was refreshing. It just gave us a new chance to breathe, you know? It was like it needed to happen. And I don't know. Like I'm kind of at a loss of words with this one. I mean, the Jets played really well. The Dolphins played really well. so well, in fact, that this game had to go to overtime. You know, say what you want about the Jets, but this wasn't a bad game for them. But this is where I have to deliver the bad news and be the Grim Reaper. Jets, you may have fought hard in this game, but unfortunately, your time has come.
Get the fuck out of here!
Aaron Rodgers was supposed to fix your franchise, right? Aaron Rodgers was the savior of the New York Jets, right? Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be this all high mighty power that saw second light after doing some ayahuasca and a bunch of DMTs, right? Yeah. How the fuck's that turning out? Don't answer that question. I'll answer it for you. It didn't. It caused their downfall. And now this marks the 14th consecutive year the Jets will not see postseason football. Look at, if you had expectations and you are a Jets fan, no the fuck you didn't. Be real, you fucking didn't have expectations worth shit. The road for the Jets ends here where it always ends, in death. A world where the Seattle Seahawks finally figure out their own shit. You know, it took a while. I'm just saying, it took a really long while for you guys to fucking figure it out. But eventually you did. Make sure you were facing the Cardinals. And at this point, Kyle Murray's probably tuned out and instead playing the new Black Ops 6. But that's just the way things usually go, isn't it now? The Cardinals, for as good as they are, really don't know what the fuck they want to be. Do they want to be a playoff contending team? Or do they want to be, well, a playoff team? Do they want to be a playoff team or do they want to be a team in poverty? Look, you can't have both. You gotta have one. Fucking pick and stick with it. Seattle right now is at the top of the NFC West. It looks like things are starting to thin out kind of a bit there. And it looks like we have a couple of teams left in the running for that title. I'll get to the other team in a minute. But point stands for now, Seattle's starting to pick up, and this might be a good thing for them if they do. Because I don't see another option where Seattle chokes us away. They could, or they could throw the ball at the 1 yard line, but that could get intercepted. But then again, time will tell how Seattle does. But now, they enjoy this win. Arizona, despite a hard-fought loss, they really need to fucking get their shit moving. Because if they don't, let's just say the golf course will be waiting for them a lot sooner than they want to. This, 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 this. This is the game that we have all wanted to see. A masterclass shootout. This is the game right here. A high-powered team that has double-digit wins versus a team trying to claw its way back up. A fucking shootout masterclass for the ages. Josh Allen had 6 total touchdowns in this fucking game. 6. He threw 3 of them, and he ran 3 of them in himself. Let me put it this way. He had nearly 52 fantasy points, which is the most out of any quarterback in history, as far as we know. Hell, he's probably the most out of any player, period. And that's with normal settings. Josh Allen, despite doing all that, the Bills came up short. Look at, this is a game that a team had to lose. The Bills were on the unfortunate end of that, but they showed they can give really good games. And the Rams, despite now just being a game over 500, have proven that they can definitely create chaos when it's warranted. And this is Exhibit fucking A. Well fucking done. I think this is the first time that a football team has been beaten by a fucking hospital. Because good fucking God, this was just bad for Chicago. Everything that they could have done just fell apart. Brock Purdy was fucking moving the ball all day like it was nothing. By the time the 2-minute warning had come, he had 253 passing yards. You think I'm shitting you? Go look it up. He had 253 passing yards by the time the 2-minute warning had been reached. Fucking phenomenal. Mind you, and this is a Niners team dealing with injuries galore. Garendo also got hurt in this game, but he might have a shot at Thursday night. Just, I don't even know what to say anymore about Chicago that hasn't already been said. They suck. They really suck. And I don't know if Matty Eberflus being fired will save them. I have a feeling that this team is going to be seeing the golf lines open up a lot sooner, and they'll probably be next in fucking line. Fucking worthless fucking franchise. The bullshit is real. The bullshit is real. Because what the fuck? Look it. The rest of the game was slow paced, okay? Let's be real with ourselves. That game was really slow, and it got really stupid at some points. But it wasn't anything like high powered like we saw of a few games in this week. This was a slower game. Granted, it's okay. Slower games are fine too. Defensive battles are always fun to watch. But the way the Chiefs won this game, mind you, right? This is the second week in a row they've won by the same score. But the way the Chiefs won it this time, I'm heavily convinced that this fucking bullshit is rigged. Here's the snap. Matthew Wright kicks it. It doinks off the inside of the goalpost, but still goes through. That's how the Chiefs clinched the AFC West title. Fucking Christ. I mean, I knew if you were going to fuck the rest of the league, at least take them out to dinner first. Jesus fucking Christ, Kansas City. Like, no dignity anymore. Then again, I don't think dignity has existed in a very long time. Listen, I need to confess something, okay? I really need to confess something. This was a great game, but, and I know I made the graphic for this already, but I can't help but feel like this doesn't deserve the spotlight of Week in Review. It's going to take a couple weeks. Granted, it's going to take a couple weeks to come out. And I know I said I was done with these Ultimate Shit Show videos for the year, but I can't fucking help it. There's some things in this game that need to be just fucking discussed in depth. Man. Just look at the stats. You see them on the screen. Cincinnati won in the game. But look it. I don't want to have to separate this again. But I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry. It's gonna take some time. But we're gonna get there. I promise. I fucking promise. I always love discussing these moments with you. It's time we talk scenarios. Once again, we got plenty. I'll just rattle off a few of them because we don't have a lot of time left in this video because I got to get this out for morning. So let's discuss a few of these. So Philadelphia, we already know they clinched the playoffs. But next week, the division is theirs. All they need is to win and hope to God the Commanders lose. Simple as that. Minnesota, you're in the playoffs next week with a win. Winning in. Or you can have either Los Angeles, the Rams, or Seattle lose. Either one or win gets you in. For Green Bay, it's a little more complicated because they need to win. They need to have the they need to have Niners, Rams, and then a tie, as well as Atlanta to lose. It's a weird scenario, but I don't think that's happening this week, and I don't think Green Bay's clinching in Week 15. Houston does clinch both a playoff berth and an AFC South Division title in Week 15. All they need is a win and Indianapolis to lose. Straightforward. The Yinzers can get in, simply win it in. Or if that doesn't happen, they need both the Colts and the Dolphins to lose. Straightforward with that. But we also got a few eliminations we need to discuss because there are eliminations on the line this week. Carolina, simple as this. Carolina loses, they're out. But if either Tampa Bay or Atlanta win, Carolina is out. Dallas can be eliminated surprisingly. But it comes with a Cowboys loss and a Commanders win. Simple as that. Chicago is losing out, or Washington win and they're out. Cincinnati, kind of the same story, but it again involves Denver. If Cincinnati loses and Denver wins, the Bengals' postseason hopes are done. You know the rules for this fucking bullshit land. Don't get eliminated. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Comment down below what video you guys want to see in the future. Subscribe and join the Illogical Nation. We are 4 away from 400. And until next time, guys, je sais canadien et logique. Bonne nuit et au revoir.